Prediction 18 degrees today. My co-host in the breakfast show, Barbara, well, she predicted 19 degrees. Plenty of day to go, so we'll see how it goes. I think she's going to win, actually. I do, just quietly, but don't tell her that, right?
41.
Thursday, July 30th. One more day left in the month.
Yeah.
Really, where did that month go? Absolutely zipped by. Now I got to do this. I really do. Check this out.
Galaxy 107fm.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and absolutely elated, very humbled to be in the presence of Gina Jones. Yes, coming today out of Idaho. Idaho? Really? She's coming out of Idaho, and we're going to have a chat to her very, very shortly. But first of all, if you don't know about Gina Jones by now, and I know you do, here's Blimonia right here at Galaxy. So how are you going anyway? It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Now, I got to be honest, I'm not only a DJ, but I've been an engineer and done studio work for many, many years, also front of house. I absolutely can't fault your work.
You what? I'm sorry?
I can't fault your work. Where did you get this produced?
Where I did it in Nashville, and that's where I normally live. I'm only in Idaho because I'm helping family out here, and I came out last summer, and so it ended up an extended stay because my dad almost passed away and stuff. So
okay.
I'm in Idaho.
I hope he's okay right now.
Yes, he's much better.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a vet. So I stayed. I always say I stayed and I prayed next to him for like 2 months.
I love that. I really, really do. But at the same time, it's kind of surreal right now with this COVID virus thing happening around the world. How's that happening over there for you guys?
Well, it's, in this little town that I'm in, it's really a small town, and there's at least 300 and something cases. And then where my daughter is working at, which is only 13 miles away, it's another small town called Twin Falls. And there's over 3,000 cases there.
Good God.
And she works at the hospital, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I better cover this while I've got the chance. The next song up is "You're Not the Only Heart in Town."
Mm-hmm.
Then we're going to go "One Night Man." "A Woman Has the Right," one of the boys, and we're going to end with "Highway Bound" because I've got the impression we're actually releasing that one with you.
Yes, the ones that you are playing right now are older ones that Wayne Perry, who wrote What Part of No, and he wrote There Goes My Heart Again. He produced those on me.
Nice. Nice. I know Wayne. I do. Let's go to the desk.
Yeah, okay.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, excuse me. And for those of you that are joining us Facebook Live right now, sit back, buckle up, we are about to go ballistic. Gina Jones is joining us out of Idaho right now, based, would you believe, in Nashville, but well, circumstances happen. Nice to meet you, Gina. Welcome to Galaxy.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
It is an absolute pleasure. I'm very, very humbled to meet you. Believe me, I am a big fan of yours. Since we've been playing your music, I absolutely love your style. Now, I've kind of just clicked on No wonder I'm enjoying your music. Not only is it your wonderful arts yourself and the talents that you have, but you're a part of the Perry group. Oh, she's gone on hold. And she's back again.
I'm sorry, a phone call came in on me there. What were you asking me?
I says, no wonder, you know, that I absolutely love your work, but you're part of the Perry group.
But I'm sorry, I can barely hear you. I don't know why.
Okay, you're part of the Perry group.
Well, I'm not part of the Perry group. Wayne Perry produced me back in the 90s on some of the stuff that you're playing today. That's an old album. But Wayne passed away, and Brian Wayne Perry is his son. So you're probably talking about Brian, who runs the Perry group. But yeah, I've kind of gone off as an indie outlaw singer on my own. As a matter of fact, since he passed away, that really broke my heart. And so I thought, well, you know, anything else I'm going to do, I'm going to produce it on my own, and I'm going to put it out on my own. So that's what I've been doing. And so that's what you'll hear at the end here.
You know, Gina, believe me, it is an absolute pleasure to be able to bring not only you live to our listeners, but your music as well, and work our way through to our release today. But at the same time, I've got to be honest with you, I absolutely love the way you write music and how you perform it. Now, these are all your self-written tracks, aren't they?
Not all of them. Now, the Blue Monia and the You're Not the Only Heart in Town were written by Wayne Perry. And so when we were looking for songs, you know, I knew he was a hit writer. And I said, well, what about you? Why can't I have some of your songs? And so he let me listen through to a few of his songs, and those were the two that I picked out. And then the other ones I wrote that he produced. But these first two are definitely Wayne Perry songs.
Nice, and you're quite right. I do know Brian Wayne Perry, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Never had the pleasure of meeting Wayne Perry himself, but believe me, his reputation surpasses himself anyway. Believe me, I've heard a very, very big deal about Wayne Perry. I really have. Now, having said that, you're a little bit of a rebel, and I want to talk a little bit about that as we go through this interview. But right now I'm being told 62 countries, 94 cities are hooked in and joining us around the world for Gina Jones. Now, I couldn't be happier. I really, really couldn't, because Gina is such a talented songwriter in her own right. But having said that, I want to ask you, You're Not the Only Heart in Town. Tell me a little bit about that. Where did the lyrics come from?
Well, again, that's a Wayne Perry song, but when I heard that song, it was something that I probably would have written myself, you know, so when I first heard it, I felt really drawn to it because of the message. At the time, I've had a very, very dysfunctional life, but I'm an overcomer. So during that time that he was producing me, I was going through one of my divorces. You know, you start getting married when you're 16 years old or so, and you're living the, you know, country music lifestyle, you're probably going to get married more than one time. So I was going through one of my divorces, and that's why I picked up on that song and wanted to record it.
Nice, and I do want to talk about that as we go through it. Believe me, we've had a couple of runaway brides and stuff like that, so believe me, you got to earn the right of being a naughty girl at Galaxy, you really do. So you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Gina Jones is with us live. You're not the only heart in town. How you feeling, Gina? You okay?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm kind of nervous, actually.
Really?
No.
Oh, don't be nervous.
No. I was just trying to make you feel better.
You can't be nervous. You do this all the time.
Every day. Almost every day, literally. And been doing it for many, many years now, actually. I've got to be honest with you. You know, when we first started doing this, Gina, literally, I was happy if we had 10 listeners. I've got to be honest with you. Right now, we have quite the listenership, and I put it down to people like yourself, indie artists. Once we give you all the details and everything, like the videos and the photos and everything, you guys go and tell your friends, for God's sake. And then they start wanting to be a part of it, and they start listening, and well, some of them stay and listen all the time.
Gina came through good.
And that's what I want to talk about next as well, is actually, we met you through Gert, didn't we?
Yes, you did.
Nice.
Yeah, I hired him to do some promotions for me. Yeah.
Okay, well, it worked.
Well, yeah, I know. He's done a great job.
He really has, and I'm going to give him a bit of a plug, actually, if that's good with you guys, because I think it warrants it. I really, really do. Haxie?
I don't know.
Haxie, would you call it that? H-A-K-Z-E. Haxie. Showbiz
Say it
info
like a
music and
German.
artist promotion. Sorry?
Say it like a German.
Now, I have a whole network of singer-songwriters I work with out of Nashville, so I've built a big network of songwriters that record their own stuff, and I mentor a lot from the young all the way up to, older ones, so I can refer you out to all of those,
nice.
As they get their work done and everything.
Okay. Now, at the same time, are you familiar with Comcast Channel 49 in Nashville?
I haven't really watched that, no, but I mean, are you guys on there, or?
Well, we were actually, I think yesterday, to be honest, wasn't
No,
it?
I don't think it's till the weekend.
Till the weekend.
Yes.
Oh, okay. We are going to be, apparently. But we interviewed two of the hosts of a particular show they do there, and looking for talented artists, much like yourself. Can we refer you to them?
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Nice.
I am going to be back. I'm going to be back in Nashville probably close to the fall.
Nice.
Because I'm going to be doing some film work and stuff like that. So.
Sure. And I want to talk to you about that as well. Believe me, it's interesting reading in your bio.
Story.
Absolutely. So I do want to talk to you about that, but we'll go back to the desk and very polite lady, isn't she?
She is.
Yeah. She should give me some stick.
Yeah.
Galaxy.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 19 after 11 o'clock. It is 16 degrees, heading for a high, well, weatherman said 15 degrees. We've gone past that. So mine's up next, 18 degrees. I think we're going to get there too, I do. But I don't think we're going to get to 19 like my breakfast co-host says. We'll find out. There's plenty of day to go yet anyway. Thursday, July 30th, and glad to have everybody along, especially you guys on Facebook Live. And, well, if you're going to go along to the YouTube channel, look for Join DJ Grant at Galaxy, smash the like button, give that subscribe a big hit as well, and give that bell, for notifications. Got to do that. You really, really do. And you'll get all of these interviews that we get every time we do one. Believe me, you just need to do it. But at the same time, I am joined by, well, I think what is one of the original Galaxy bad girls, naughty girls, let's say naughty girls, is, of course, an outlaw herself, self-proclaimed, Gina Jones. Now, Gina, tell me a little bit about being an outlaw, a female outlaw.
You mean about my outlaw life?
Yeah, give me a little bit of insight. What makes you say that you're an outlaw?
Well, I started when I was like 9 years old, toting moonshine, into my sister's wedding, you know. And then from there, I started singing on big stages and in taverns and things like that. And I mean, these were diehard taverns with chicken wire fence around the stages and things like that. And I was just a little girl, and I played bass in a band. And, I was already drinking and stuff like that by the time I was 10. And, that progressed into, by the time I was 15, I ran away. And just to go on, I was married at 16. And then all that progressed, of course, into a divorce. And then it progressed into more, drug use and things like that. And these are things that most people don't come out of. But I, by the grace of God, came out of that, even though I didn't have any spiritual belief whatsoever at the time. I was able to come out of that alive. So, yeah, I've lived quite a life. So we're actually in negotiations with a film company right now, and a guy that produced Godfather 2 and Apocalypse Now is going to be the producer. So we are in the process of signing some contracts here, so it's going to probably be a big deal. It's going to cover all of the stuff in Nashville that I did, the way I lived, and I kind of grew up. I actually brought myself up, I raised myself, and it was mostly in Nashville, so it'll have a lot of Nashville stuff in it.
I absolutely get it, I do. Now, it also says here, about 22 years ago, you pulled yourself together, right? Basically,
Nope.
Cut it together. That's what, 1999? Way back in the, that's a Prince thing, isn't it? It is. Sorry. But having said that, now, Gina, I've got to give a big plug to Gert Hansky, coming out of Germany, and believe me, showbiz, info music and artist promotions. Now, he introduced us to you. And, straight away, production went absolutely ballistic, said everybody's going to love this. They weren't wrong. They really, really weren't. And believe me, by the time it came to me, I'm going, this is good music. This is great music. Now, we play you in a number of shows here at Galaxy, and we even had you as our feature artist this morning in the breakfast show. And believe me, we got a huge response, and people wanted to know more. Now, at the same time, we know now that you've been singing since the age of 9, performing in taverns and stuff like that, and I'm no stranger to moonshine. I like moonshine as well. We're allowed it here in New Zealand. We can make our own alcohol, which is, a benefit. But having said that, are you familiar with the Moonshiners, the TV show?
Yes, actually, I have watched that.
Okay, well,
it's very true to fact.
Well, Josh Owens is actually a friend of ours.
Really? Nice.
And Tyler Wood as well. He was on the show there I don't know what happened to Tyler. Yeah, we'll have to get in touch with him and find out why he's not been on the show. You remember Josh Owens? He's the one with the little cutie pie dog.
Okay, yeah.
Cutie pie died a few days ago.
Oh, no.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That's trouble.
But we are very familiar with the whole process, if you know what I mean, about the product itself. These days they're calling it hand sanitizer, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, it would make a great hand sanitizer.
I think it's a great idea. Good way.
Drank enough of it, you wouldn't catch COVID.
Exactly. I think there's the vaccine right there in a big jar that you can run your car on. I reckon that's the stuff to kill it way ahead of anything. Now, Gina, at the same time, I'm being told to move on, so I want to talk about One Night Man.
Okay.
Tell me a little bit about it. How did the lyrics come together here?
Okay, so I, again, that was the same time period where I was going through that relationship. And that thought popped in my mind was, this woman, she wants more than a one night man, and so, I've even written a song since then called I'm the Marrying Kind. Been there a half a dozen times. But anyway, going back to the one night man, that kind of is letting people, or letting whoever who would want to date me in the future know that I'm not going to go for, just the one night stand type stuff. Now that kind of goes against the bad girl persona, but yet that's how I was raised, more country. So, and more old fashioned. And I'm still that way. I won't date anyone, on the internet. They have to come and meet me in person. and I sing a lot of songs about different things, to kind of get my point across and kind of give a message to not just like men, but also women, and the era that we're in today is dangerous, really. I mean,
it is so surreal right now, to be very, very honest with you. 150,000 people in your country alone this morning, where the stats have been the death toll, and that's amazing. It really, really. I'm kind of wondering when people are going to really, really wake up. They're treating it like a cold or a flu. She'll be right. You know what I mean? But this is killing people globally, and it's a very, very serious thing. I'm hoping that greed doesn't make more bodies than necessary. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We need to protect ourselves, and I understand now, because you are based in Nashville. You're right there in Idaho right now because of the COVID thing, and I fully understand that. I'm looking forward to getting some information about the movie, and I want to talk about the book as well that's coming out that you're going to be about, or it's going to be about you. But first of all, let's get this one done here on Galaxy 107 FM is One Night Man. How you feeling, Gina? You okay?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm good. Literally. I really am. We do have a plethora of your music that we do play here, including one of my favourites is Maria.
Yeah, that's a great, that song. I'm a hairstylist, so that came natural to write,
Right. And who did the fiddling on that? That's good fiddling.
The fiddling, I can't remember his name, but he fiddled for Leanne Womack. He was her fiddle player forever. I'd have to Google it and find out his name, but Wayne Perry set all of those session players up for me. And also Brent Mason, he's on all of the lead portions of what you're playing right now.
Nice. Well, I'm hoping that we can that you guys will send us some of your more recent stuff. Maybe you would like to come back and do another interview with us.
That would be fine. I'm surprised that did Gert not send you my whole new album, or
no?
Yeah, I have at least five new songs that are all up to date, and they're very good.
Okay.
If he sent it Wave,
he might have sent it Wave, and unfortunately the technologies in the other room don't do Wave. They do MP3
so
and
we
stuff like that.
apologise for that.
Yeah, but no, maybe not. Yep. But no, we haven't received it. But we would love to be able to do this again if that's good with you.
Yeah, that would be great.
Nice. Let's go back to the desk.
Okay.
One
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. It is bang on 11:30 a.m., 22 degrees. Yeah, Barbara wins again, unfortunately. Pipped at the pace at the last minute. She's like a racehorse driver. You know, righto. Yeah, literally. Knows when to put that nose right there. Really does. Thursday, July 30th. And, sorry, Barbara. Glad to have everybody along. And Gina, absolute elated to be able to make you company and have you join us this morning here at Galaxy. Now, I'm just wondering, with this COVID thing going on right now, once it's all over and said and done, would you be interested in maybe contemplating coming to New Zealand and playing in front of New Zealand audiences?
Oh, absolutely. I would love to.
Okay.
In fact, I'm up for, I don't know, 3 or 4 awards in, but it's not in New Zealand, but it is in, by Amsterdam. So I'm up for at least three awards, I believe, with Fair Play Country Music Awards. And I don't know if they're going to do the awards this year, you know, as far as the actual show or not, but I was supposed to come out there in November if they do it. So I'm kind of in limbo right now, trying to figure out if they're going to carry it out or if they're going to postpone it, you know.
Well, there's a lot to be said for Zoom and Skype and ways of doing it technically these days. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You could hold a whole host kind of concert just on the internet, really. You believe me, and I know a lot of artists that are actually adopting the idea and at the same time having a tip jar, stuff like that, making a bit of money out of it at the same time, which I think is absolutely fascinating. It really, really is. It must be fun making money.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's like. I really don't.
I actually do that a lot now, just on my Facebook page every now and then.
Yep, absolutely. And I endorse it, I really do. Because, again, being surreal times, concerts, you can't go to concerts. You can't work as you normally would do. You need to be able to make a dime here or there. And believe me, I really think that's a great idea. I do. And I have spoken to a number of artists that are doing things like the old drive-in movie kind of deal. You know what I mean? Where you can drive in with your car.
Exactly. They need to start doing that again.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. It does keep people employed and is inventive. I think it's ingenuitive. I really do. Now, Gina, at the same time, inviting you here to New Zealand, we're kind of crazy here in New Zealand. We kind of like to do things a little differently. Are you up for a challenge or two?
I'm definitely always up for a challenge.
Yeah, I like this. I thought you might, actually, just with the little rebel kind of in you. But I've got to ask you, have you ever heard of a hoo-hoo grub?
A foo-foo what?
A hoo-hoo grub. H-U-H-U grub.
No, I haven't. What
Okay.
is it?
Okay, you're familiar with a caterpillar, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, this is a caterpillar on steroids. It's sort of, well, it's like a double-decker bus or a mini, actually. It really is. It's big, it's white, and what you do is, when you put the live body in your mouth, rip off the head, don't eat the head, it's yucky, but when you crunch down on this, it's like eating creamy peanut butter.
Really?
It really is, actually. It really is. I'll get Barbara to send you the instructional videos. Believe me, I'm not pulling your leg. It is something that
About that.
the indigenous folks of New Zealand called the Maori. It's a delicacy.
Wow.
It really
That's
is.
interesting. But I don't know that I would try it.
Well, I tell you what, we'll send you the videos, and well, you'll be able to make up your mind, especially knowing that we actually do this to our international artists. And believe me, we get a lot of strange reactions. But I recommend alcohol before, maybe during, and maybe afterwards, because it's like the white word.
I'm going to have a shot at tequila before and after.
Yeah, it's kind of like the white worm thing. You know what I mean? Where, well, that's dead at the bottom of a bottle and it's been marinated. So I think, nothing wrong with a bit of moonshine.
funny.
What a
Let's
good
wash that
idea.
down.
We could,
But
put one in the
we have
bottom with
things
some,
now.
yeah.
Let me put this in perspective here. We're made up of 3 islands. One tiny little island down the bottom of New Zealand called Stewart Island.
Okay.
Then whoever named New Zealand run out of imagination, believe me, no ingenuity at all, and called the next one South. Yeah, and we're in the north,
Okay.
Yeah, no thought into this at all. They gave, one got Stewart and the rest of us, well, we're south or north. Yay. I'd like
So
to...
it's super cold there, right?
Well, not really. We are close to a pole, I will admit that. But, we don't get below 20 and stuff like that they do in Canada and Alaska.
But it's like 22 degrees and it's summertime.
Well, yes. Well, actually, lately we've been getting up around the high 30s in summertime, I got to be honest with you.
Really?
But the high 30s, that's Celsius, not Fahrenheit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the difference there. In fact, it's 30 degrees in the office right now, so it's not too bad, actually. Quite warm in here, but only 23 degrees outside, so we're doing okay. Yeah, we're doing okay. That's why I can wear a t-shirt and not a big, heavy coat and stuff like that, believe me.
Exactly.
But we're on the east coast of the South Island, where literally it's warmer. If we get down to 0, we complain.
Oh, correct.
We go,
It's the North
what the hell is
Island,
that? That's
not
cold.
South.
Believe me, I talk to people that live in a place 50 below the last winter they had.
Yes.
That's nuts. That's crazy. Why would you do it? It's like talking to somebody the other day that lives in Hurricane Alley. I mean, really? Why would you do it? Get the hell out. If you know it's going to be like that, move. Find a new job.
Well, definitely get out when there's a hurricane coming. Most of the time, I was down in Florida and Gulf Shores as well, doing some shows, down there. And they go, oh, we're going to ride it out, or we're going to buckle down. And, and I'm thinking, well, good for you, but I'm out of here.
Exactly. God, say la vie, my friend, I'm out of here, you know what I mean? And of course, I was talking to some people who went through the hurricane in Nashville just not so long ago.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I like New Zealand. It don't have that stuff. You know what I'm saying? We're quite mellow down here, down under in New Zealand. But having said this, let's go back to the hoo-hoo grub. Down the west coast of the South Island, there's a place called Hokitika. And down there they have a wild foods festival. Now, you're used to festivals, kids wandering around, candy floss, hot dogs on a stick, all that sort of stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, not there. No, you might find kids wandering around with deep fried locusts on a stick.
It's funny.
Yeah, a little different.
We call those corn dogs out here.
There you go. All right. Now, at the same time, we could take you down to a little boutique town, come city. It wants to be a city. It really is trying hard. But this is the place where all the A-listers from around the world go and relax, hide from their mates and take their friends. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And, Shania Twain has property down there. Kevin Costner was there not so long ago. We're going to be talking to him again very shortly. Tom Cruise was there. Yeah, Tom Cruise was there. Keanu Reeves. All of these guys sort of go there quite regularly. You never know who you might bump into. But Gina, I've got to warn you, if you bump into me, I'll throw you off a bridge.
Really? In the cold water, right?
Well, yeah, it's natural water. Yeah, it is cold. But we have a thing down there called bungee jumping.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we do that here in Twin Falls, Idaho. They jump off the Snake River. It's called the Snake River Bridge. So.
Well, I tell you what.
It's kind of interesting. Because it's the same thing,
We'll send you a video, believe me, we really, really will. and show you that I'm not joking. We actually know AJ Hackett, and seeing you're not Australian, we'll attach the bungee.
Yeah. You have to test the bungee, is that what you're saying?
No, well, yeah, well, we do, but, you know, we only use Australians for that as well.
Mm-hmm.
We have a little banter between New Zealand and Australia. We like to be able to have a little bit of fun with each other, and, well, you know, it happens. I give them as much stick as possible whenever I can, so please bear with me on that one, won't you? Now, at the same time, are you familiar with Lord of the Rings?
Yes, I actually love that series.
Okay, well, Bilbo Baggins just passed away a couple of weeks ago, actually, but an hour and a half away from where we are right here from this office is the original set of Hobbiton. And we'd love to be able to show you around, show you the party tree, the hobbit holes, all of that sort of stuff. Absolutely fantastic. Got to be seen. And we'd love to be able to show you there. Would you be interested in having a look?
I would love it, yes.
Nice. Now, I've got to ask you, are you a wine kind of girl? Do you like a bit of wine?
I do. I don't drink a lot, but I will drink some wine. I'm more of a tequila girl than...
I like that.
That comes there. There you go. That's the bad girl in me.
Well, I tell you what, you and I are going to do a bit of that over the time. Believe me, we will have some fun. But at the same time, we would like to show you some of New Zealand's finest wineries. And believe me, it is an absolute excellent experience. It really, really is. And, well, nothing like having a few wines as you're going around a bit of a road trip. Now, I'm thinking maybe about 5 shows here in New Zealand. Make it worthwhile. What about 8 in Australia? Only because we like their money.
About what? Going to Australia?
Yeah, we'll throw in the... make it an Australasian thing. What do you reckon?
Definitely. I know that I'm supposed to go on a tour to Australia. I've just had that. I have this, most people would call it psychic ability, but I have this ability where I just know where I'm supposed to go. And Australia is definitely one of them, so it's funny that you bring that up.
Okay, well, now, let me just say something. I'm a believer in the psychic abilities. I really, really am. I think people have very, very special gifts, and God bless them for having them, because sometimes they can be put to very, very good use. Believe me, I'm very, very happy to know that you do have this, and it's nice to... be able to possibly talk to you about that in the future, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I understand.
Cool.
With me, they would call it, like most people call, it's psychic, but with me, because I'm kind of a spiritual believer, they would more call it prophetic.
Mm-hmm,
so it's the same, it's basically the same thing, but one's used for, for just in the world, to help people out, and then the other one's used where I listen, and I'm kind of guided. I know it sounds strange, but I'm kind of guided on what to do with every single thing that I'm doing with music and everything. It's actually a precious thing that's happening. I'm just along for the ride.
I get it, I do, and believe me, Barbara's nodding her head. She's got a little gift or two as well, if you know what I mean. So I understand what you're saying there. Having said that, Barbara is also the manager of Aurora Entertainments, and she brings bands into the country, sets up shows, stuff like that. Does all the hard graft, does all the logistics, right down to the visas, all that sort of stuff. So believe me, keep in touch with Barbara, because we would love to be able to be a part of getting you here in New Zealand and Australia as well. And believe me, have a lot of fun in Australia. We really, really do. Now, having said that, got to move on a little bit, because I want to talk about A Woman Has the Ride.
Okay.
Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, that song is, oh Lord, 20-something years old. And a lot of my songs are, I was like before my time. I was mentored by some great songwriters like Harlan Howard, who, had all kinds of hits. They called him the grandfather of country music. And Vern Gosdin, they called him the voice. And so with that song, it was written in that type of time period in my life where I was very much rebellious and drinking a lot and partying a lot and all this stuff. But anyways, I had to challenge myself a little bit to write that song, "A Woman Has a Right to Be Wrong," and write it in a positive swing to it, because I'm more of a writer that will write, a woman has a right, and then swing it and say something bad about the guy. Or you know what I mean.
I very much do know what you mean. I really do, Gina, believe me. So right here at Galaxy 107 FM, joined live by Gina Jones. A woman has the right here at Galaxy. How you feeling, Gina? You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I had to go around and get my charger because I didn't realize that my phone was sucking down the juice while...
That happens. That really happens. It does.
I'm hoping that didn't bother anything, me walking from the other room to this room.
Sure. If you need to put it down, may I suggest turning a book upside down, making an A-frame and then leaning it against that on a coffee table?
I don't have anything to... My tripod, I have babies in the house that are normally here. So anyway, one of them broke my tripod like last week. So I don't have anything I can really prop this up in without it muffling the sound, because my sound is on the bottom bottom of my phone.
Oh, no,
so I wouldn't want to, take that chance of muffling the sound.
Fair enough. I appreciate that. Thank you. Gosh, it's hot, Barbara.
No.
Yeah, it is.
I won anyway. It's 24.
You did win. It's 24 degrees.
Yes.
It's stunning.
Unusual, isn't it? It's winter.
What would that be in American Fahrenheit?
I don't know.
About 89?
Something like that.
Something like that? No, it wouldn't be. It would be high 70s though. Low 80s. Ah, dear. I'll get the team on. We'll find out. So, one of the boys is next, Gina.
Uh-huh.
Now, I love this track. I really, really do. And I got to let you know, when the music comes to me, you see, I get it on a little device and I play it in my car through I Bluetooth it through the stereo for two reasons. First reason is I can only decide, nobody else is with me, whether I want to do the interview. And the other reason is nobody else wants to drive with me, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't. Anyway, let's go back to the desk.
I do the same thing.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. It is 11 away from 12 o'clock, 24 degrees, that's incredible. It's winter time.
Yeah.
Really, well, we should be doing the 13s to 16s, really. 24 degrees, absolutely stunning, love it, love it, love it, but I'm kind of worried what summertime's going to be like. We're going to be up around egg frying on the footpath. Time, it's going to be hot, really. Thursday, July 30th, right here at Galaxy, and joined live by Gina Jones. Everybody that's joining us on Facebook Live, got to say thank you very, very much. Don't forget, if you're going to watch us on YouTube later on, go on, hit the subscribe button, smash the thumbs up, like it, yeah, absolutely, and hit that bell too, so that we can give you notifications next time we do one of these live, and you can't get it wrong, you really can't. Gina Jones, absolutely loving having an interview with you today, and I've got to thank you for taking time out of your day to be able to talk to us. Now, I know you've got a couple of young'uns that you're looking after right now as well, so it must be very, very special to be able to talk to you and talk to us about your music. Now, at the same time, Gina, we did ask you to come on down to New Zealand and have a look around. We would love to be able to take you out into the Hauraki Gulf, which is in the harbour of the biggest city we have in Auckland, and have a meal, have a few drinks, and well, just take in the ambience of the city. Believe me, it's absolutely fantastic. We've got a lot of things we can do, and we can have some concerts at the same time. Now, I'm being asked, Gina, how do we get hold of you? If the fans wanted to get hold of you, are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? But more importantly, Gina, do you respond?
I absolutely do. I'm on Facebook. I have a personal page, and I also have a Gina Jones music page, and then I also have a page called Nash Vegas Songsters. That is a page that I normally put any songwriter nights that I host up to where, everybody can get exposure on that. And then I also have the Music City Cartel group page, and that's where, anybody can join. I accept every genre of music on there, and they can post their videos up and things like that. But yes, if they contact me on Messenger and it's a legit message, to where they're a fan and they're wanting to just talk to me, I absolutely try to talk to everybody that I can talk to, possibly. And I'm up till 2 o'clock in the morning.
Gina, I understand what you mean by legit, believe me. There's a lot of weird people out there, isn't there, sometimes? And, I actually don't answer to pretty much anybody. I've got to be honest with you. Barbara sort of screens all of that out. She's my PA, and, she takes care of that. But having said that, it's got really, really busy. I didn't have actually a device or a phone for about 2 years, to be very honest with you, up until the point where Barbara says, here, have a phone. It's starting to get out of control, So I do answer some, but not everybody, because believe me, I get hundreds every day. And, it's just a bit much. I gotta be honest with you. So for those who don't get me to come back to you, I'm sorry. All right? I'm sorry. It's not on purpose. Well, maybe it is, actually. You never know. You just never know. But, for those of you that I do respond to, you're one of the boys. Or one of the, anyway. Gina Jones, tell me about one of the boys.
Okay, so this song, Before I Ran Away, the song I did came before I ran away from home when I was 15. I had a lead player. I would always put my own bands together from like age 12 up, and I hired a rock and roll lead player. My dad just had a fit. He said, why do you want to hire a rock and roll lead player for country music? I said, Dad, because he's on it. He gets it, and so I hired a guy named Ken Yeaman, and he is a cousin to Donnie and Marie Osmond. And that kid, he was 17 and I was 12, I think, or 12 or 13. And he was all over that guitar. And of course, me being, the rebel girl I already am starting to be, I already got a crush, right? So when I ran away at 15, I ran away to his house in San Francisco, because he later left and went off to college. And I ran away to his house. So this song was in the making from way back then. And so it's kind of like it's explaining that I was one of the boys, And now I'm all grown up. That sort of thing. It's really a cute song.
I get it. I really, really do. So right here live, joined by Gina Jones herself, one of the boys.
Can I take a little break and get something to drink? Or
Go for it. As I said, you might need something stiff.
Okay. I drank it all. I need more.
Okay.
I'll hurry.
All right.
Oh, thank you. you're coughing, I'll have to
Oh,
put it on
yeah.
me. Put it on me. He's coughing. Gina's just taken a break for sec. She'll be back getting a drink. But
That's
I
a
hope you're
good
all
idea.
enjoying it so far. Yeah. And I've got to say thank you to Gert. Keep up the good work. Right.
Oh, I'm back.
Oh.
No, I'm back. Now I see you seeing me. I can. And thank you for joining us, literally. Now, we've worked our way all the way through to a brand spanking new release, Highway Bound, here at Galaxy with Gina Jones. And you're going to love this. It really is one of her latest songs. In fact, I think it is her latest song. Now, if you're going to be watching this on YouTube, folks, smash the like button, hit the subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell too, so you get notifications. And believe me.
All right, I'm back.
And Gina's back. Nice to have you back again, Gina. So, we're going to be doing the Highway Bound release next.
Yes. And that song's been going crazy all over the place. That's new, so.
That was the one that we play on the breakfast show quite a bit, and believe me, we've been getting quite a few requests for it.
Really nice. I'm glad.
We really have, and I'll let you know how many requests we get when I get some stats for it next time.
Okay.
Because believe me, it's rather interesting. It really, really is.
And I produced that one, by the way.
Did you? Awesome.
Yes, I did.
Great work. Great work.
I did.
Because believe me, I'm hoping that we can get some more of your work that we can play here at Galaxy. We love your style.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Anyway, let's go back to the desk.
Chop, chop.
All right.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. It is 2 away from 12 o'clock. I know we're going to go over a little bit. 21 degrees now, fluctuating around the 20s. Doesn't matter. Barbara won again, and we're going to give her another gold star on her sheet. Weather sheet. Anyway, talking live to Gina Jones. I'm very humbled to be joined by Gina. And believe me, you're going to absolutely love this. You really, really are. But first of all, I want to talk to you, Gina, about Mustango Publishing. You're part of the staff there.
Yeah, that's my publishing company. So what I do there is I do sub out some of my publishing to Daisy J Music, which is I'm signed there with him. So I give him a little bit of my publishing because it's a signed deal, in Nashville. So, but that is for a year, and that's just about up. But Mustango Publishing is my own deal where I publish, all of my stuff on my own. I do all the work on it and everything.
Now,
So.
I was kind of confused. You see, when I first met you earlier on this morning, part of our very first conversation was as being an indie artist. Now, at the same time, you're with a publishing company that's doing books and films for you. Are you signed to a record label as well?
I have, it's an independent label that we've been using. It's called Mustang Records. It kind of goes with the Mustango Publishing. However, we are interested in promoting through, possibly like an MC1. I'm just using them as an example. Like Brian Wayne Perry has an MC1. I'm interested in possibly talking to them or some other independent company like that to possibly put the soundtrack for the movie through, because they have more abilities to promote than an individual does.
Yeah.
So I don't know for sure what's going to go on there. I haven't talked to them yet about it, so we'll have to see what goes on. But as far as the book, I have a new editor / co-author. Her name is Wendy, and she is going. I've already written the book myself. She's going to go through the whole book and make sure that everything is like it should be. And then, like I was saying earlier, we are negotiating with a film company and with a major producer. The film company is an indie film company, which I do like because I'm an independent. I like to go against stick it to the man, Sorry. I just like to go against the grain. So I like to give anybody independent a chance to make something out of what I am doing. I feel like that's what my creator would want me to do.
Nice. I do like that. I really, really do. Now, having said that, and I also like the independence of sticking it to the big man, if you know what I mean. Especially the telecom kind of deals, where they suggest they're playing your music, but you've got to have 1 million listens before you get a cent, which is, just worthless, really. Not worth the time it's made out to be. But at the same time, I like the fact that you're getting out there, you're getting your music out there independently from having, the major deals happening at the moment. Having said that, I do have friends that would love to be able to talk to you, maybe about promoting your music. They do have record labels as well, especially a friend of mine coming out of the UK. Now, he not only does the British Isles, but he has connections all throughout the UK, right down to India, places like Bangladesh, stuff like that, Japan, and he's breaking into the New Zealand market here in New Zealand. We're assisting him with that, and it kind of ties in with the New Zealand, Australasian, Australian kind of tour thing, whereas if you're interested, maybe we could get you guys talking. You might be able to get a world tour out of this.
Of course, I'm interested in anything like that. I've even told people I've written with out here that I'm interested in being signed in the UK. If that's what needs to be done, then that's what needs to be done. And it's interesting. My whole motto, I mentor many young songwriters. In fact, the next song that you're going to play was written by a 15-year-old girl with me out of Nashville. And I mentor different songwriters because I tell them they're always frustrated, and it's because their music isn't being played or they're not being heard. And I always tell them, if you've written one song and you've sang it out on a picnic table for one person, and that person came up to you and said, that really touched me, thank you for singing that for me, then that song was written for that person. If you get worldwide airplay out of that, that's just a bonus. But you've already been a good steward, right, of your talent. So that's kind of what I've lived my life motto by, and it's just kind of growing from there. And I'm watching that happen, and I think that that's really special. That I've got 5 other girls that are coming behind me that, out of my songwriter nights that have put videos out this, the last few months, just following my lead. So,
well, let me tell you, Gina, 5,645,000 tuned in listening right now. We, on average, have between 4 and 5, 6 million fluctuation every hour here at Galaxy. Believe me, we really do. So this particular track, Highway Bound, has been played a number of times to an audience of that caliber, and as I said earlier on, 62 countries, 94 cities around the world. This young lady that co-wrote this song should feel absolutely elated right now because she's been played huge amount of times here at Galaxy. It is an absolute stunning song. It's great work, and I've been told 1771. 1771 requests from the time we started playing it. A lot of the time we haven't announced who the song is or by or anything like that. We've just played it, and it's piqued people's interest. They've wanted to know more about it. So, Gina Jones, tell us how this got so successful here at Galaxy.
Well, Gert, I met Gert online, and he talked to me about, doing some promotion. And normally what I do is I'll do like one or two songs, and see what happens. And then I went ahead with him and I did like 4. And I waited to put the Highway Bound one as the last one because I know that that's the strongest song probably on that album. And my little co-writer, her name is Taylin Hope. Now you need to watch out for her, and we need to get her on your show because she's like the next Carrie Underwood. I mean, she's that powerful. And so that's the co-writer. She came into my office on Music Row, and we had set up a writing appointment. And she had the title. I'm usually the one with the titles, but this particular time she had the title, and we sat there, and she's never really been on a tour because she's so young, and so I just visualized all the different layouts of all the places I had toured, and we put it together, put all the words together and the music, and we just collaborated greatly together, and it happened within probably a half an hour that we had this song done.
Gina, I'm excited. I really, really am, and I would be honoured, literally, to be able to talk to your co-host writer. Believe me, I'd be very, very interested in hearing some of her work and probably doing an interview as well. That really does excite me. But right now, right here, live at Galaxy 107 FM is Gina Jones joining us out of Idaho, normally based in Nashville. Here is Highway Bound. I'd be very, very honoured to do an interview with the young lady. I really would.
Keep in touch with me.
Do what?
I would love to do an interview with her. Could you get her in touch with Barbara?
I can, I will do that, and she does have a new single out, so she can have her dad send that over to y'all, but yeah, she's excellent. I mean, she's going to be a big star.
Awesome. Now, I would like to talk to you about my friend over in the UK after we do this interview, because literally, I don't recommend a lot of people for him to talk to, you know what I mean? Now, he has his own radio stations, he does podcasts, he knows connections all the way through the UK, plus he does shows, festivals, 3-day stuff, 80 to 100,000 people a day and all that sort of stuff. And one of them, would you believe, is in a castle, which is just awesome. It really is. Now, he's been doing this 15, 20 years, and I've known him for a little while. We have a lot of respect for each other, but I would like him to be able to talk to you, and whatever happens, you know what I mean? I'm just making sure the introduction's done, but if you would like to talk to him, I would be honoured to be able to introduce you to him.
Well, I would love to. Yes, anything that can help, with, I always tell all indie artists, anything that you can do or any connections you can get,
okay,
you need to nurture them,
It actually amuses me that Gert hasn't introduced you to him.
You may not know him.
That Gert hasn't?
Yeah, aren't they friends?
No, I don't know.
They don't know each other? Oh, okay, fair enough. This guy's name is Dr. John.
Okay.
And he has Dr. John's unsigned records. Now, he split his label into two. One's sort of a rock heavy metal show, a kind of
Yeah.
label, and the other one is country. And he's taking a few of our artists, but only what we think of the caliber that he would be looking for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And believe me, we don't play just anybody. You've got to be good to get on to Galaxy, and you are that good.
Oh,
But
thank you.
we would like to at least try and see if there's an opportunity right here for you. You know what I'm saying?
That would be wonderful. Yeah.
Awesome. But at the same time, are you familiar with the Galaxy Artist page?
I'm not. No. But I need to be.
Go to Facebook. Send me all the stuff if you're doing new work.
I'll
Let us
send you
know.
info.
Barbara will send you information. If you're doing concerts, use it. It's there to promote yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
Okay.
people use it so much, and people look. You know what I mean? So it's a good tool.
Yeah.
It is a good tool. It really is. Anyway, let's go back. We'll wrap this up, but don't go anywhere just yet. Okay, Gina?
Okay.
That was a big one.
Galaxy FM, how radio beats. Galaxy FM.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and well, what are you doing, Murray? Are you waving goodbye? You see, I told you, Gina, they would sooner or later try and put me off, and well, Barbara succeeded this time. Are you familiar with Darth Vader?
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah.
know-
I'm not much of a Star Wars fan, but you know.
You know that lightsaber thing that he has?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. My babies have a couple of those.
That's like this. You let it go. She let it go. How's that? Oh no, my God! I'm filming now. Oh, you're going to get drunk. But that's what you see flashing around there. Now it's a dangerous area with Barbara with one of these things. It's like that lightsaber. You've got to be quick. You really do. And I went to shape him. She just dropped it. Oh yeah, take that. You know, that's
Funny.
that's a very expensive item you've got in your hand. Yeah, okay. And trust me with it. Well done. I like it. Gina, absolute pleasure to have met you, my friend, and welcome to the Galaxy family now that we've done an interview. And I would love you to come back again and release more new music with us. Would you do that?
I would absolutely love to, and I really appreciate you guys having me on.
It
It means a lot. To
It has been a super pleasure for us. It really has. When I first met you, I says to you, I'm very humbled. I am still very humbled to meet you, my friend, and would love you to come back again. But in the meantime, don't go anywhere just yet, Gina. We got a couple of things that we do, and we'll put you on our website, all that sort of stuff. It's really fun. But having said that, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Studio beat? Yep, okay. Here's Eric Clapton, Bad Love.